Hey there, chess lovers. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most exciting chess games and strategies. If you're looking for some fun and informative content, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're going to be diving into a thrilling game played between two talented chess players. So sit back, grab your favorite snack, and let's dive into the world of chess. Today, we have Mitten 315 playing as white, and Iquan_Nazir as black, on chess.com. Let's dive into the game. 1. e4 e5. Here we see both players opening with e4 and e5, respectively, which is a classic opening. 2. nf3 bc5. Black brings out their bishop early on to challenge white's knight. 3. nc3 nf6. White responds by developing their knight to f3, while black brings out the knight to f6. The king's pawn opening is a very popular opening in chess, characterized by the pawn move e4. It is a very aggressive opening that aims to control the center of the board and develop the pieces quickly. One common response to this opening is the move e5, known as the king's pawn game. In the Busch-Gass Gambit variation, white takes an aggressive approach by sacrificing the pawn with the move nf3, attacking the black bishop on c5. This move aims to disrupt black's development and create opportunities for white to attack. Black can accept the gambit by capturing the pawn with their bishop, but this can lead to a very sharp and complicated game. Alternatively, black can decline the gambit by retreating the bishop, but this can allow white to maintain control of the center of the board. Overall, the king's pawn opening, king's knight, Busch-Gass Gambit is a very dynamic and aggressive opening that requires careful calculation and strategic planning. It is a popular choice for players who like to take risks and play aggressively. Continue to the game. 4. bc400. Both sides castle their kings to safety. 5. h6. Black decides to play h6, perhaps to prevent white's knight from hopping to g5. 6. nx e5 d5. White plays nx e5, capturing black's pawn on e5. Black responds with d5, counter-attacking in the center. 7. bb3 b6. White brings out the bishop, threatening to take the pawn on f7. Black moves their bishop to e6, guarding the pawn. 8. qf3 na6. White's queen moves to f3, attacking the pawn on f7. Black develops their knight to a6, perhaps preparing to put pressure on white's pawn on c2. 9. d3 nb4. White brings their pawn to d3, controlling the center. Black moves their knight to b4, targeting the pawn on c2. 10. bf4 nx c2. White decides to exchange their knight for black's bishop on c2. 11. bx c2 bd4. Black captures white's bishop with their queen, attacking the knight on d2. 12. na4 c6. White moves their knight to a4, hoping to attack black's queen. Black responds with c6, pushing their pawn and preparing to bring their bishop out. 13. rfe1 h5. White plays rfe1, perhaps hoping to put pressure on the pawn on e5. Black moves their pawn to h5, creating a safe haven for their king. 14. h3 g6. White plays g4, threatening to take the pawn on f5. Black responds by moving their pawn to g6, creating a safe place for their king to escape to if necessary. 15. gx h5 kg7. White captures black's pawn on h5, and black responds by moving their king to g7, out of the line of fire of white's pawn. 16. gx h5 nx h5. White's pawn takes black's knight on h5, and black responds by capturing white's pawn on f4 with their knight on f6. 17. h4 f5. White moves their pawn to h4, perhaps hoping to create a safe haven for their king. Black plays f5, pushing their pawn and attacking white's pawn on g4. 18. bg5 qa5. White's bishop moves to g5, perhaps hoping to put pressure on black's king. Black moves their queen to a5, attacking white's pawn on a4. 19. qe2 bx e5. White plays qe2, hoping to support their knight on a4. Black captures white's bishop with their pawn on e5. 20. b3 b5. White's pawn moves to b3, perhaps hoping to attack black's pawn on c4. Black responds by pushing their pawn to b5, creating a safe haven for their bishop on c8. 21. nc5 bc8, white moves their knight to c5, perhaps hoping to attack black's queen. Black moves their bishop to c8, perhaps hoping to create a safe haven for their king. The bishop now guards the a6 square, preventing white from bringing their rook into the game. 22. Rab 1 bd4, black's bishop moves to d4, attacking the pawn on e3. White responds by attacking the black knight on c2. 23. b7 rf7, black's rook moves to f7, attacking the white bishop on e7. The bishop retreats to d6. 24. bd6 qd8, black's queen moves to d8, attacking the pawn on d3. White's position is now under heavy pressure from black's pieces. 25. e5 ng3, black's knight jumps to g3, attacking the white queen and preparing to launch an attack on the white king. 26. qf3 qx black's queen moves to h4, putting even more pressure on the white position. The threat of mate on g2 is now very real. 27. kg2 f4, black advances their pawn to f4, breaking open the white king's position and creating more threats. 28. fxg3, black's pawn takes on f3, leading to a capture sequence that ends with black having a decisive advantage. 29. qxg3 rf2+, black's rook moves to f2, attacking the white king and forcing it to move. 30. qxf2+, black's queen captures the white knight on f2, delivering a check and winning a piece. 31. kh1 bg4, black's bishop moves to g4, putting even more pressure on the white position. The threat of mate on h3 is now impossible to stop. 32. rf1 bf3, and there it is, a checkmate by black. What a game by Ikhwan_Nazir, who played with precision and creativity to overcome a difficult position and emerge victorious. Congratulations to them on a well-deserved win. In this game, black successfully executed the Busch-Gass Gambit in response to the king's pawn opening. This is a risky but aggressive opening that involves sacrificing a pawn in order to gain an advantage in development and put pressure on the opponent. One lesson we can learn from this game is the importance of being flexible in our approach to chess. While some players may prefer to stick to a set opening repertoire, it is important to be willing to adapt and respond to the specific moves and strategies employed by our opponents. Another important lesson is the value of tactical awareness and calculation. In this game, both players were able to spot and execute several tactical ideas, such as black's winning combination with the queen and rook on moves 30 to 31. It is crucial to constantly analyze the board and calculate potential outcomes in order to make informed decisions and avoid blunders. Finally, this game highlights the importance of maintaining focus and not giving up even in difficult situations. Despite being down a pawn and facing a strong attack, black was able to stay composed and find the winning combination that ultimately led to their victory by checkmate. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of chess. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have learned some new strategies and techniques. If you want to see more of this kind of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Until next time, keep playing and keep winning.